The sun poured brightly through the tall glass windows of a busy cafe in Chicago, casting warm golden light across the polished floor, and the lunchtime crowd hummed with quiet conversations and the clinking of cups. When the door opened slowly and a one-legged soldier stepped inside, his crutch tapping rhythmically against the tiles, his uniform neat but worn, his face calm, yet carrying the weight of things unseen. He paused for a moment, scanning the room filled with people, who briefly looked up and then quickly looked away, except for one woman, a janitor in a simple blue uniform who was wiping a nearby table. Her hand slowed as she noticed him, not with pity but with quiet curiosity. The soldier made his way toward a small table already occupied by the janitor's cleaning supplies. He hesitated politely and said, "Can I share this table?" His voice steady but gentle. The woman looked at him, surprised not by the request but by the respect in his tone. She nodded quickly and began moving her supplies. "But before she could clear everything," he added, "only if it's okay with you, I don't want to take your space." The words caught her off guard, because no one had ever asked her that before. Not customers, not even her co-workers. She straightened slightly and replied, "Sir, people don't usually ask me. They just sit." He smiled faintly and said, "Then maybe they should start." She let out a small laugh, placing her cloth aside. "Then yes, you can share this table." He sat carefully, resting his crutch beside him, and for a moment they simply sat in comfortable silence, the sunlight falling across them like an unspoken connection. She finally asked, "Were you in the army?" He nodded, "Yes, came back a year ago." She glanced at his missing leg, but didn't ask more. Instead, she said softly, "Must have been hard." He looked at her, really looked this time, and replied, "Some days still are. But today feels easier." She smiled faintly. "Why today?" He gestured around. "Because someone treated me like a person, not a story or a problem." Her eyes widened slightly, and then she said something that stunned him in return. "That's funny, I was thinking the same about you." The words hung between them, simple yet powerful, and in that moment, the busy cafe faded into the background, replaced by a quiet understanding between two people often overlooked by the world. They shared a simple lunch, talking about ordinary things, and for once, neither of them felt invisible. As the soldier stood to leave, he said, "Thank you for sharing your table." She replied, "Thank you for asking." And as he walked out into the bright Chicago afternoon, his steps seemed lighter, not because of what he had lost, but because of what he had found. A moment of dignity, respect, and connection. And sometimes that is enough to change an entire day. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel Impressive Tales for more powerful and emotional stories like this. Your support means everything.